Hey everybody, I'm TK. This is TK and Drinks, and welcome to the Road to 500, my honest mead review series where every week I take a look at a different mead from a commercial meadery or a home brewer around the country, give it an honest BJCP style mead review, and give everybody a little bit of feedback so if you come up on one of these meads, you know what you're getting yourself into. This week, I'm going to be getting into one from Blisspoint Meadery. Now, I had tried to get an interview with Blisspoint Meadery. Unfortunately, that did not end up happening due to circumstances, but these cats are out of Bedford, Massachusetts. I got a couple of bottles from them. They were kind enough to send those over for the interview, but again, since that didn't get to happen, I at least thought I'd give them a review on a couple of these and see what's going on. So first up, we have their Motown Philly. I'm gonna bring this up and come up close on it for you. So the Motown Philly. This is a blueberry vanilla. They're calling it a bluamel. Boulamel. Basically, it's like their word for a session mead. They say it's lightly carbonated, lightly bubbly, and all that jazz. So I'm pretty interested to see how this one turns out. I have not had anything from these guys before, so I'm definitely excited to see where it goes. So let's spare no time and get straight away into this one. Always like the 12-ounce bottles with the pop tops. It's definitely a lot easier than dinking around with some of them cork ones. There we go. Aromatics, ooh, very blueberry. A lot of like bright tart berry characteristics on the nose. A little bit of sweetness in there. You get that kind of earthy, natural blueberry. How you get that like that tannic presence from the blueberry skins. You can get that that like sweetness that comes from that white meat on the flesh of the blueberry. You can kind of get like both of those characteristics in there straight away. Whew, I like that. This is very very sweet and bright on the nose. I'm not detecting any particular type of honey, and there's definitely nothing listed on there. So we're gonna go with the wildflower honey on there. Got our score sheet right there. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and give that a BJCP style review. Start with our appearance first of all. Appearance is a lovely deep like crimson or a maroon color, all those like deep red fuchsia. This is probably like a deep fuchsia color, something like that. I know I always use the same ones for my blueberry meads and for a lot of these dark berries, but they all kind of come out that same color. It's purple leaning red, whatever your hue preference is to call it that way. Definitely on the sparkling side. Lots of bubbles on the pour. Definitely have some more bubbles left over here, persisting long after the pour. Effervescing off of the bottom. I don't know if that's the right term, but it's what I'm going to use. Go ahead and give it a nice swirl. Definitely getting some legs and some residual sugars. I believe this one they said was, let's go ahead and pull that bottle up real quick. This is 6.9% giggity, and it's definitely showing it's got some residual sugar and some legs on there, so I'm excited about that. Go ahead and get into the aromatics. You know what? Actually, for our appearance, we're going to go ahead and give that a 6 out of 6, man. It says it's carbonated. We got bubbles. It's got some legs. It's got some nice visual sexiness to the residual sugars that are left over. The color is good. It's got a nice, brilliant clarity to it. The color on it isn't kind of murky or anything. It's got some nice reflectivity on the top of it. It doesn't show like oily or anything like that. I'd say in the visual category, this is a 6 out of 6. Bouquet and aroma. Already started talking about that. We got that nice blueberry character. We got that fleshy blueberry meat. We got that tart skin and that tannic kind of presence that comes from the blueberries. Definitely a little bit of vanilla in there as well. Not nearly as much. That blueberry is the dominant aromatic in there. Not really picking up any alcohol or any anything else really. That blueberry is pretty much straight away on the nose. The dominant force. Whew. So definitely on the backside is where you get a little more of the vanilla, but I'm going to definitely say that the bouquet on this one is just straight blueberry, no alcohol. It's not very well, I wouldn't say, it's got a developed blueberry character, but it's not very complex. It's kind of one note, a little bit of vanilla in there. This one, I'm just going to go give it a straight. I'm going to give it a 6. Now let's go. You know what? Like my buddy Carvin Wilson says, you can't die with points. So you might as well, can't take the points with you when you die. So you might as well hand them out. That's a 7. It's a pleasant character. There's nothing wrong with it. It's it is what it is. It's just not very complex and built compared to some of the other blueberry vanilla meads that I've seen out there. All right, flavor profile. Let's see what we got going on here. Woo, nice and tart. I like that. Has kind of like a, I don't know if it was blueberry juice concentrate that they use, or definitely has a blueberry juice. This was not whole fruit that was put in. This would be my guess from what I've tasted with other blueberry meads. Definitely has a nice zip to it, which I was not expecting. Some pinch from some acids, or that natural carbonated. It's got some pinch from the acids and the carbonation back back there where it gets you puckering. Sweetness definitely hits up sweet right off the front, and then mellows out again with that acidity and that carbonation, which cuts it down, which was nice because it was definitely coming across like it was going to be on the super dessert sweet side up front. Little bit of tannic presence, not too much. Little bit of tannic presence, not too much going on as far as all that goes. A little more body than I was expecting. Obviously, the carbonation is going to help with that, help it fill up the mouth a little bit better. Help it's gonna help it really have some of that stronger. Really help build up some of that stronger body. Helps up. Really help build up some of that stronger body and mouthfeel characteristics to it. Aftertaste, again, that's kind of where I'm getting that determination that this is blueberry juice and not whole fruit. Has this unique taste, kind of tangy, kind of, it's sweet and tangy at the same time, but not like tart like a fruit. It's tangy, not tart, would be my best way to describe it. It's blended well, doesn't really kind of stick out one way or the other, doesn't have the blueberries come through. I'm not really getting a whole ton of vanilla. It's definitely vanilla leaning, but it's definitely not. It's definitely vanilla leaning, but it's not vanilla dominant. It's present, so I'm not going to definitely knock it any points because it's definitely there. It's nice. It's easy drinker. It's light. It's nothing to write home to the folks about as far as like just like this really wow dominant presence of blueberry flavor, but it is something to write home to the folks about. Hey, if you need a really good blueberry summer drinker, that's a 7% that you're going to take away. Is not going to get you all bloated like the glutinous stuff from like your IPAs and stuff like that. I mean, this is drinking in that same realm, and I could crush that way easier than I could crush some of those bigger, heavier beers and stuff like that. So I'm definitely thinking this is a number one hit as far as all that goes. So flavor, again, balanced well, nice body, decent aftertaste, specific to the ingredient flavor profile. I'm going to go ahead and give this a solid 18 because it does everything it says it's supposed to do. It's right on, right down the middle. And overall, I'm going to go ahead and give it a, I'm going to give it an 8 because, I know that some of them other scores might not say that, but, overall, that is a solid drinking mead that, you're going to sit there, crack a couple of these at the bar or at the mead tasting room or at the event or wherever you're at. You take those on the go, a little 4-pack of those, and bing, bang, bomb, you're good to go. So let's do a little quick maths. 8 and 7 is 15. 15 and 18 is 23. 23. So let's do a little quick math and add up that score. 7 and 8 is 15. 15 and 18 is 33. And 6 is 39. So it's a 39, a respectable score in any freaking competition as far as I'm concerned. So if you've been to Blisspoint, definitely holler at me and let you know what you thought about that, especially if you have one of these Motown Phillies, because I'd love to know what everybody else is thinking about their blueberry vanilla session. I find it delectable. It's drinkable. It's crushable. It's blueberryable. I don't know if that's a word, but it is today. So thank you very much for joining me here on the TK and Drinks Honest Mead Review. Go get yourself some Blisspoint. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a follow, all that stuff if you could too. That shit's always appreciated. Peace.